when it comes to cybersecurity, sooner or later we touch the intelligence community, and it is making things even more complicated, not only from security perspective, but for liberty and privacy perspective.
I'm going to look first into classical concepts of statehood, sovereignty, and discuss with you how much these classical concepts can be formulated and can be projected in cyberspace, and whether actually states are real states in cyberspace. And I'm going also to argue that companies are sometimes getting more power in cyberspace than states do, and sometimes individuals get more power than states do in cyberspace. When we were asked about the privacy and our data, how we feel about it, and most of us raised this red placard, right, saying that we do not feel secure about this. I was the one raising the green placard, and this is something that I will want to discuss with you. I want you to share your opinions. Why do you feel insecure in cyberspace? And I will want to share with you my opinion why I feel secure about my data, or at least I feel safe with the decisions I make in cyberspace.
I will be looking at how the democracies are vulnerable or are threatened from the foreign interference of authoritarian regimes. So we will add to all these interesting aspects, also this aspect of foreign interference coming from Russia or China, or also other state actors that we will agree or decide if they are a threat to our democratic values, to our democratic institutions and processes.
The second problem which I see as the problematic in this political environment is that Europe continues to live in the state of strategic confusion since 2008. I would like to talk about the lack of the leadership in Europe and and also in the world in that respect.
We will focus a bit more on the interstate relations in the region, and we will discuss also the role of Turkey in NATO and what it means to NATO. So please be aware, it will still be different and with a slightly different focus.
If we don't give a clear perspective to the Western Balkans, others will find this gap, be it China, Russia, Turkey, or Saudi Arabia.
Engaging with any of the global platforms and competitors is pretty much similar. It's not a binary decision, even though Russia would like to tell you that it's a binary decision. If you go with them, they'll forbid you to collaborate with us or things like that. One of my hopes for our group would be, at the end of the day, to figure out what are options that are available to the countries of this region without making it inflexible, without making it binary. If this region does not start to figure out exactly what its interests are and how it wants to approach it and how to create recipes by themselves, every nation by themselves, and then together as groups of nations, then you will continue being an experiment for people that know what their interests are in the region.
75% of the trade of Macedonia goes with the European Union. Liberalism teaches us that we should never, ever attach ourselves to monopolies in trade, in foreign affairs, in anything. So if 75% is the current trade between Macedonia and the EU membership will then just increase it further. So what about diversification, what the liberalism teaches us?
This setting of this group would also be good to discuss how much of protective measures are actually acceptable to liberals to defend our security without making it our dominant ideology.